And we're live. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Advent of Code Day 19. Let me pin today's link as always. Yes, that is pinned. Hey, Luke. Luke is here in the office with me as well. So,
Hi.
so if you hear some extra typing in the background, that's him. So yeah, Advent of Code. Yesterday we had a bit of an issue with part 2. And on the Discord we continue to do some stuff. I wrote something to calculate all the possible rectangles that you can build out of the points that you were making, because in my mind, since this one entirely covers the surface, you should be able to take out the ones that you need to get the exact area. But hey, Sunko Software, good morning, nice to see you. But this would have taken a lot of time that I didn't have. So while checking other stuff, I noticed something, and here is just a list of all the possible rectangles that you can build out of the data that I had. But there is an algorithm that just solves this for you, sadly. Well, not sadly, but if you look at how simple it is, it becomes sadly because you spend so much time trying to figure it out. So Amarte in the Discord was also continuing with her idea. Here is some of the work in progress there, trying to slice it all up. No, that's not what I want to do. Trying to slice it all up. But yeah, it's a real challenge to do it without just using the formula. But I commend her for trying. In the end, you need to do something called Green's theorem. And that's what I've dumped in my Discord as well here. So what I did, and I have some of the code from yesterday. I had the print map, that's not what I want. I had something called build slices. And this one just generates every point with the direction and the length. And out of that you can actually compute the area, and I'll show you in a bit. I also use this code to generate the squares thing that I was building. But in the end, part 2 is just build slices.Green's theorem. And let me take you to the code. I also added a checked marker. If you're not familiar with that, a checked range means that an exception will be thrown if you overflow one of the integers that you're using. And I had to do that a lot when I was refactoring. So you see me adding big integer stuff here to make sure that everything here is turned into a big integer, because the numbers that you build for the test input, it barely fits into an unsigned 64-bit integer. If you have a normal long or a signed 64-bit integer, it will also overflow. So unsigned barely fits, but once you get to the real input, you really need something bigger than 64 bits, and that's where big integer comes into play, which is a really nice class that just scales infinitely in that case. It obviously comes at performance trade-offs, but in this case it doesn't matter, because if you want to go bigger you need something like this. So basically, depending on what this basically does, it goes through every point that you generate. So it's like you start at 0, 0 and you go right a million times. What it does, it counts up the lengths. That will be your edge, obviously. And this is something that I didn't even think about for part 1, but because you need to have the actual shape to do the flood fill, it doesn't matter. But if you just wanted to know the perimeter, it's just calculating all the lengths from the day 18. Like, if you add these numbers up, you have your perimeter length, right? So that's something that just came to me after. Like, okay, it's pretty stupid. You could have already gotten that from that pretty easily, but it's not enough to do the actual data. So what you then do is you take just the x, so the x offset, and depending if you're going up or down in your move, you add or subtract it. If it's on the same plane, this evaluates to 0, because this directional move means just, let me just show you here. It's here. So based on which direction you're heading, this is the XY offset, or in this one, YX offset. for the move that you're making. So only if you're going up or down does this one actually evaluate to non-zero. So in this solution, if this one is 0, you don't do anything. So I could just have an if here, but everything times 0 is 0 anyway. So it would be clearer, I think, to probably have it outside here. And if this doesn't evaluate to 0, but then you have to do it times 1 or times minus 1. So if in this case, if you go down, you add to it. If you go up, you subtract from it, and you multiply it by the length. And there's a Wikipedia article on it that will teach you more about it. But yeah, it's a pretty cool thing, because this is actually all that you need to calculate that giant number. Which is a bit of a feel bad once you put in a lot of effort to try to actually work out how to get the answer. But yeah, enough for day 18, let's move on to the challenge for today. First take another sip of my coffee. Day 19, Aplenty. The elves of Gear Island are thankful for your help and send you on your way. They even have a hang glider that someone stole from Desert Island. Since you're already going in that direction, it would help them a lot if you would use it to get down there and return it to them. As you reach the bottom of the relentless avalanche of machine parts, you discover that they have already formed a formidable heap. Don't worry though, a group of elves is already here organizing the parts, and they have a system. Good morning, Amafde. Welcome, good to have you. I just went over day 18, I'm not sure if you caught it. But maybe watch it back in the end. I go over the green stem a bit and showed off some of the things that you did as well. To start, each part is rated in each of 4 categories. X, extremely cool looking. M, musical, it makes noise when you hit it. A, aerodynamic, and S, shiny. Okay, first of all, let me just start and take note of this. Besides being funny, it's also hard to remember, so let's just drop this in a comment for the day and set up the day already while we're reading this. Boom. I'll have a look after the stream, still need to finish mine. Yeah. Do you think you'll get there? I wasn't sure if you already knew if it was gonna work or not. Let's see. So we have our 4 categories. Then each part is sent through a series of workflows that will ultimately accept or reject the part. Each workflow has a name and contains a list of rules. Each rule specifies a condition and where to send the parts if the condition is true. The first rule that matches the part being considered is applied immediately, and the part moves on to the destination described by the rule. So are they executed in order? I think so. The last rule in each workflow has no condition and always applies if reached. Okay. Consider a workflow, and then we have some cryptic data that will be explained in a bit. And they have numeric categories here as well, so that is nice. This is, I think so, just one small thing of intersecting my rects and I'll be done. Yes. I'm really looking forward to see you finish it. It will be cool. This workflow is named X and contains 4 rules. If workflow X were considering a specific part, it would perform the following steps in order. Rule X larger than 10 goes to 1. Okay. If the part X is more than 10, send the part to a workflow named 1. Rule M less than 20, go to 2. Otherwise, if the part M is less than 20, send the part yes. If A larger than 30, R. And what is R? Otherwise, if the part A is more than 30, the part is immediately rejected. Rejected and accepted, okay? Let's also put that into the code. Const status rejected is R, and this is R. Status accepted A. Boom, 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 boom. If a part is sent to another workflow, it immediately switches to the start of that workflow instead and never returns. Sure. If a part is accepted, sent to A, or rejected, sent to R, the part immediately stops any further processing. The system works, but it's not keeping up with the torrents of weird metal shapes. The elves ask if you can help sort a few parts and give you a list of workflows and one part and some part ratings. You have puzzle input, for example. Okay. So which one would be 1? Is that just a numerical 1-based index for this? Okay. So this is the test input. And while we're at it, let's just drop this in here as well. So we put it here. Boom. Let's forget about it. The workflows are listed first, followed by blank line, and then the ratings of the parts the elves would like you to sort. All parts begin in the workflow named in. Okay. In this example, the 5 listed parts go through the following flows. Okay. These are the names at the start. Okay. Okay, yes, okay. Sure. Okay. So probably what you need to is build up ranges so that you can have a straight from and to funnel, but yeah. Let's see. Followed by black line. The 5 listed parts go to the following workflows. That, and then okay. Ultimately, 3 parts are accepted. Adding up the X, M, A, and S rating for each of the accepted parts gives you this for the part with blah. That for that one, and that for that one. Okay, you add up the numbers, and then you sum it. So you sum up all the values there. Okay. Adding all of the ratings for all of the accepted parts gives a sum of this. Okay. Okay, let's try and see if we can do this. So this is the part 1 test answer. Bum, bum, bum. Okay, so we have input that's split by did I have something for double new line split already? Split by white space, no, that's just that. Because every time I have to do a double new line check, I'm like, okay, let me fix this. So yeah, it's fine. We just do replace \r with null, and then we do split by, and this one becomes double new line. So we strip out. What's the remove? I don't remember. Index, input. No. Okay, that's fine. I should probably just have a remove that just does this, but it's fine. Let me see. So this one strips out all the carriage returns, then it splits by double new line. So this will be a string workflows string parts like this. and then we want to further parse this. We might want to just this is in a format that something can just some things could just evaluate here, but let's see. Like this. Can probably zoom in a little bit more. I'm just thinking, like, for the second part, we can do is select, and then we do x.trim, and we take away this one and this one, so from the start and the end, and then we do split on comma, like this, then select, comma, and then we get as int.parse. No, this one will be x0, and then x is int.parse x. And I'm not sure how many lines I need to add here, like this. And now this one becomes, and I need to do this dot. So we have this one, and then we can do to dictionary, I think. Boom. I will fix this now. So this one becomes a dictionary. Yes. This one becomes let me just flush this out because it's getting really big. So we get a different level here, and we split it, and we convert this. Yes, this select, then we go to dictionary, which is fine. Let me see. This one rolls up here, right? Good. This one evaluates. I just need to do it like this here. Because these are two values. This is the key. This is the value. And this is y split up. So this one should return, in this case, a dictionary of char like that. But this as will... I'm getting lost in my own extension, let me think. Because we have this one. These are each lines. And everything is a dictionary here. To dictionary, I need to have a one that comes out here. Because this one should be a pair of string array on the one hand, and yes. So something tells me I need to do two array here. Yeah, the whole type thing was messing up because, yes, okay, my bad. So it was like this. And now this one is a, okay, this is fine. I could make this a to array as well and just have an array on both ends. So this one now becomes, okay. So the whole confusion was, I was like, I still need to add a bracket here, but I had the type definition here, which wasn't correct. So this one becomes workflows, and this one becomes parts. So sorry for the confusion there. And the parts is just a dictionary of these values, because these are their attributes. Okay. Now for the workflow. So this is a name followed by a set of targets. And this one is separated by a comma, so each step is a comma. So it's, do I want to do it like this? Because what I could do for this one, hold on to your horses, is that select. Let's make sure that we align everything here as it should be. And we do x dot trim end. Remove that one. Split on this one. So now we have, on the left side we have our name, and on the right side we have our data. So this becomes as. This one just remains the same. One thing I'm not missing in C#, those kinds of nested calls. I can't do that without proper GC. Yeah, lots of people hate this, but for me it's like, okay, I map it out once and then I completely forget about it and I have a nice type to work with. But it's so nice to write it in C#. Well, some people would disagree and think this is horrible, but I can understand, because this can be really hard to read. Even while writing it can be hard, but I just want to get to this state where it's nice and then completely forget about all the horrors I did to get there. And this is not even standard C#, it's just a bunch of my own extensions chained together to produce this monster. So yeah, this part will be the name, so I can make it a little better. Let's say name, comma, rules. And same here, you'll get property, attribute, key, value, like this. So these are the rules, and these are x dot split on comma, and these can be many, so we will have to do another select on that. And a rule, it basically becomes, these are a set of conditions followed by an end step. So we do y dot split by this one. So this one divides into condition next workflow. Don't worry, wait till you see my part 1 code. You haven't seen any monsters yet. Yeah, okay. Let's see. So this one takes this entire thing and just separates it in this. And then we will have rules. And I think, let me look at the actual input to see if there's something there that I need to account for. Because it's always, is there an equal sign? Nope. It's always just smaller than or larger than. Okay. So that is fairly easy to do. Let's see. We have this one. We split it, and then we do an as. Actually, we can do this to dictionary. Well, not really to dictionary, because we still need to parse out the rules. let's see. I do as, and we're at the third level of link arrows here. We do z.index of smaller than, this one becomes the yes, I can do it like this. I can actually do z.split and then do this, comma, this, and then check the parent to see if it's smaller or larger than. I'll just call it Q by now. Let's see. So the first part will be the mapping character, so it will be Q0, and this one will be int.parse like this. But now we don't have the actual statement there. Let me think, because we also need to have something here. So this would then be select. Am I missing a bracket? No. I wonder why it's complaining here. No overload as method takes one. Ah yeah, sure. This actually be a select. No, because this is the first area. Let's see. And afterwards, no. I think this should be it, right? Yes, okay. Got there. So now we have this one, but then we need to do a select. Let me see. Boom, 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 boom. Where does this one end on this one? This one will also be Y. So now we would have because I removed this one here and it doesn't let me actually do that. Oh, actually I have a trick here. I can do a third one. And this is a trick because I overloaded my as to, even if there's more than the array that I'm targeting, it will just specify the default for the value that I'm supplying. So in here I can just do y.index of is larger than 0, because it never be at the end. And this one will be our smaller than. So now this one, am I missing a bracket somewhere? No, it's fine. So this one says, let's see, no overload, select takes 2 arguments. Okay. I think I misaligned something again. Let me see. Maybe this is a sign that it's not a good idea to create this kind of monster. Let me see. We have this one here. This one ends at this level. Then you get the as here, and then you need to have the select. Okay. Boom. Nice. Needs more indentation. Yes. So very sorry for this. Let's see. What is the actual type that it came up with now? And now even Visual Studio is like, I no longer know what you're trying to do. But this, okay, that's fine. Is smaller than this one will be next workflow, and this one will be this one is property to test threshold. Got a call from the office, be right back. Yeah, no worries. Let's see, and this one will be the name. This is workflow name. No, I can just call it name. And this one should be to array on somewhere. Actually, this one needs to be to dictionary. No, that's not that. To dictionary, no. Oh, these are the rules. So this one. Item 1 is this. No, I need to be one level higher. And in this case, to dictionary. Okay, let me just go back to var here. Really, I think this is will be a public service announcement not to do this. I just love how Visual Studio is like, oh, I don't know what you're trying to do, mate. So this one, the left side should be, yes, this followed by, and this will be a list of rules. So this is fine. This one to dictionary here, and then we need here the two, one level deeper, the two array. I'm not allowed to call it rules, right? IEnumerable as string. Okay, let's see what I did wrong. Yes, suppose what I did, right? Okay. Last time. This one will be, this is the key, the dictionary. This one will be property to test, threshold, next workflow, and this one will be is smaller than. Okay. Followed by a dictionary of char int, which are the attributes. So. Terribly sorry for all of that, but this is everything. Parsed like this. Let's put it up here. And make it available. Okay. Boom. Okay, so let's write it out for now. For each var workflow in parse dot. I didn't name these yet. These are the workflows, and these are the parts. So as you can see, once you forget about this horrible nightmare, now I can have workflows. And now everybody's happy because we have a nice structured object that's parsed. So we can do workflow.name, in this one key. We could actually just do values because we have a in here, and then we have workflow.name. No. Oh yeah, those are the rules. No, it's actually, I do need to do it like this. Dot key, and then we do string.join, and then we do workflow.value.select, and this one will be like this. Oh, item 1 is not named. Property, and then we do x dot is smaller than like this. Now, if you use a ternary in a string format, you need to put a bracket around it or it will get lost. And this one will be threshold. I need to fix that as well. And then we do x dot next workflow. Okay. So we should call this one to test. Next workflow, and I had a name threshold. Okay, let's fix that. This becomes to test. Boom, 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 boom. This becomes threshold. Okay. Can do console.writeline workflows. And let's do the same for the parts. And this is basically just a big string join. And now we do a part.select. This we do part dot, no, in this case x dot key value like this. Okay, welcome back. Everything good at the office? Okay, let's run this. Boom. Close up, nice. Value cannot be null. Q, let's see. So in this case, do we know what Z is? Locals. Q is null. What gets put in here? RFG. Okay. Let's look at it. That is interesting. In the end, this one, the final condition, I didn't account for that. Everything good, but they can't live without me. It's good to be needed. So yeah, the special last condition, I completely forgot about that. That one won't have any condition. So let me think. I'm the only admin that can access build farms, and they need them to create new releases. You wield the keys to the castle. Nice. So let me see, because in this case, I could do something like this, but then that won't work because it's okay. This is a pain. Because basically, if it doesn't have, if this only results in one, do I have a solution for this without redoing this entire thing? Let me think. Because I need to have like a pattern match for length. So if it's length 1, then I need to do something, and otherwise I need to do something else. So this as is conditional on so I can do a select. Because I was thinking I need to have, like, if I do select I could do this one level higher, and now the type information is getting in the way again, so let me just do that. So what I could do here is a select x.length is equals to 1, and otherwise we do this. So this should save it. So this one would do this, and then I could do I could do this. Let me see. First needs to be a pair of a char and a value. Then we need to have the actual label, which would be x0 in this case, and then we have something like this. So this one would solve this, I think. Let's stop running. Boom. So now I can take this away and it would still be the same. So this one is a condition extra to check if there's just one, we will do this. And I kind of now want to make this a nullable bool, just so that I can check that. So if I just make this a nullable bool, then I can do bool null like this, and then I can just in my logic check if this one works. Let's see. The name y doesn't exist in the current context. This becomes x. No, actually, I. That's right, I lose the context there. Ooh, that's annoying. So can I do this on this level? No, I can't. Ha! Let's go back here. And let's make this a new split. This is, no, let's see, is smaller than is this one. And then I can do select x dot split length, and then we do everything on this one, and this one just becomes x dot is smaller than. Okay, it's getting prettier by the minute. Okay. basically we have, in this case, yes. So now what we need to do is make this even prettier. If, come on, X, no, come on. This one tests the value here. And this becomes an entire ternary. And then we do x dot is smaller than has value, then we do this. Okay, let me just remove this, undo, 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 undo. This is fine. Let me see, like this, yes. So here we do x dot is smaller than has value, then we do this, and otherwise we do this. X dot, oh, it doesn't like this either. Did I break out of a string forward somewhere? Oh yeah. Boom. Let's see. I'm making such a mess of this. Let's undo this. Okay, it was fine. This was the entire thing. Where's the end of this rule here? This is the string join. Okay. So boom, let me see. It does this one. So it's this part. Okay. So now I can do this dot is smaller than that has value. Then we do this, otherwise we do this string. Sheesh. And this just becomes move to x dot next workflow. I'm thinking if I want to rewrite, I want to rewrite my parser too, but I'm too sick for that. Oh, are you not feeling well? Let's see. Argument cannot be null. In this case, it's the x is okay. Did I not do my splitting right? Oh yeah, I still need to... Ah, this needs to be an equal sign. Okay, getting there. Boom, okay. Sheesh. The parsing was a lot harder than it had to be because I didn't do a very good job of it. So let's see. Px. A smaller than this, we move to this one. M. I need to have that one change because got shingles, but it's not that bad. Let's see. Is it not detecting the larger equal properly? This needs to be the split. It's y index of this one. Okay, let's run this again. Okay, smaller than that, larger than that, move to A, otherwise we do this. Okay, this is fine. This rejected, otherwise A. This one always goes to A, so that is weird. So this is like a rule that you can shortcut. Okay, let's see. think this is all fine. Because this one is really like, this one I mean, it's like, okay, if this reaches, go to A, otherwise still go to A. I think this is all fine. This the same, like if you ever get to here, you just go to reject it. So I should probably just make a shortcut that if every destination in the workflow points at one spot, it just does that. So let me just make a note of that. If every destination test in a workflow ends up in the same place, just go there direct. But in this case it doesn't even matter because the check that it will do is so small. But yeah. And now we need to, I wonder if there will be loops here. That would be messed up. So let's see if we can actually traverse this. So we do for each an os. I still need to actually make this logic work. Bool matches logic. So now we will have our part, which will be expressed as this. We will have a part that is expressed as a dictionary of char and int. Bool result is false, return. Okay, we have that, and then we will have our this thing actually. Rule. So in this case, if parts try get value rule dot to test dot property to test out var part value, else throw new argument exception part blah does not have property to test part. I just want to make sure that this happens. I want to know it if it happens. So this one becomes to test rule dot to test dot property to test. And I should probably flatten this out, but it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. And this one becomes, string.join, join. And then we do part.select. Value. Okay. If to test dot rule dot is smaller than has value, else return true. Basically. No, I don't want it like this. Basically, I can just do if result return result. Basically, if it doesn't have the check, and I should just write it like this. Boom. Just an early exit. It always matches if there is no thing to test for. So if this value result is part value smaller than rule.toTest.threshold, else it becomes this, larger than. Alright, so this is the test logic. Smaller, then we check that this is smaller than this, otherwise it's larger than that. Okay. Let's see. And they say it starts at workflow in. Is there an in? This is in. Okay. So we also need to assign each of them to a workflow. So let's do. So yeah, it's annoying because they don't really have a key. They have a combination of values. In this case, probably just an index, because I'm not sure if there's even a unique set of rules there. But does that matter? No. So let's do it like this. Dictionary int string is new. Part location. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. Let's go. Const string starting workflow is in. String workflow is this. While workflow not equals to rejected, status rejected, and workflow not equal to status accepted. And I need to make this strings because I know it's a single letter, but it's evaluated and compared amongst other strings, so that is fine. So we will keep looping, and as always we will have its sanity check. Const int sanity upper sanity check max is 1. I think that 1000 is even too much here. Let's see. Int loop count is 0. And loop count smaller than sanity check max. Okay. Let's see. For each for int I is 0, I smaller than, and let's just get this one workflow. That's workflow. No, that's fine. Do var current workflow is parsed dot try to get value workflow out var current workflow like this. If not this, we throw an exception, throw new application exception. We don't have a workflow called blah. And I need to make sure that there's a workflow. No, because we exit early, that doesn't matter. Like this. And then we do for each var rule in current workflow dot like this, because that's a set of rules. Rule match is false. Match is how do I call it? Match is logic. And in this case, we will have our part followed by the rule. Dot value, sorry, dot value. If match break, if not match, boom. Throw new application exception. Our part matched, no rules did not end up in one of the end states. And I'll leave the identifier there out because it's just too much of a hassle. Okay, and then we do how did I call it? Part location dot add. In this case, it's part location dot count, comma, followed by workflow. No, I need to do that afterwards here. Here I just need to do workflow is rule dot next workflow, like this. Yes. So boom, we've done this. And here we track where it ended up with. Okay. So console.writeLine and workflow, and this one becomes a workflow. So let's run this. Okay. Let me just take this one here. Okay. Now we need to add up all the data. Part location. Okay. So now I can do P1 equals part location where exit value is status accepted. This right, you want to have the ones that are accepted, and then we want to sum those up. Okay, stop debugging here so that we don't have all this highlight. Let's see, can it implicitly convert compare to string? This is fine. Sum and now we need to get the parsed dot parts and this x dot key dot select. This is also a sum. Like this. Okay. Let's see. Boom. P1 works. Let's do a console Line part 1 P1. It didn't break, so it already tested against the answer. That is correct. So 19114. Yes. So let's run the real input and see what happens. Okay. Make sure that we only do this if it's test. Okay. And now we can jump and do this false. Boom. What is P1 here? Okay. Ooh, not the right answer. Your answer is too low. Wow. How is that possible? That's interesting. My test case works, but the real input doesn't. That's always so annoying. Did we get any sanity upper limits? No. That's annoying. Okay, let's let's print it out and see if there's something wrong there. End workflow in, that is not possible. Why are they all end workflow in? Okay, let's see. Let's take one of those. This one. Let's see. Quick watch. Parsed. Workflows. In. It's either x smaller than this one, which is true, so it should go to RR. Okay, let's see if we can debug this one. Before this happens, we want to break here. So let's see, because that should never be possible. So we have some that is in here. Okay. So let's do this. Set next statement. Workflow is starting workflow. Current workflow. Okay. Smaller than. So this is true. Next workflow is RR. Okay. So let's see, current workflow RR. It doesn't match that one. It doesn't match that one. it matches this one. That one goes to that one. Okay, that is fine. Okay, this workflow. Now it goes to XG, fine. Okay, what is XG? Now it goes to BPS, fine. Now it goes to CDM, okay. I'm still okay with all of this. Okay, CX. R, okay. Workflow is R. Okay, so how come it can say, I don't understand this. It said, when I just ran this, it got a different result, didn't it? How is it possible that when I just ran this, it said it would end in the starting workflow? Ah, I don't reset it. I'm an idiot. Sorry. I think that might be the case, right? No, it resets the start. I don't get this at all. Okay. Maybe I was too early and just did it like this. Workflow. Ah, the loop count, the sanity. Ah, sheesh. Okay, let's up the sanity check to 100,000 here. Oh, okay. So my sanity check was too low. Okay. And I didn't catch that I actually did the sanity check thing. So yeah, good lesson there. I should check the sanity check. Woohoo, gold star. Okay. I would have been so happy if I got it right away, but now for a stupid thing like this, I didn't find it. So what I need to do here, like if loop count equals to sanity, no, larger equals sanity check box, throw new application exception, hit sanity marks. Okay. Yes, thank you. So let's test it back. Let's go to 1,000. Boom. Okay. So lesson learned here, you always want to validate that. And I actually wrote something called a time limit. So I could have just used this one. But yeah, it's fine. You found the issue faster. Yeah, but it was so unneeded. Like, and that's the kind of stuff that really gets me worked up. Like stupid stuff like that. That's just not needed. But yeah, let's start and read part 2. Let's see. Even with your help, the sorting process still isn't fast enough. One of the Ls comes up with a new plan. Rather than sort parts individually through all of these workflows, maybe you can figure out in advance which combinations of ratings will be accepted or rejected. Each of the 4 ratings can have an integer value ranging from a minimum of 1 to 4,000. Of all possible distinct combinations of ratings, your job is to figure out which ones will be accepted. In the above example, there are this many distinct combinations of ratings that will be accepted. Yay! Aren't all issues not needed, or most of them? Yeah, that's true. Okay, consider your list of workflows, the list of part ratings that the Ls wanted you to sort is no longer relevant. How many distinct combinations of ratings will be accepted by the else workflows? Oh gosh. Let's see. Answer P2 test doesn't even fit into... Does that overflow? Am I even allowed to put checked here? No, it should be fine. Okay. Bum, 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 bum. So yes, somewhat expected. Let's see. Ratings that will be accepted. So you need to work out the reverse for all of these. Or actually, basically, which ranges evaluate how. Let me see. How do we do this? Because you start at in. So first one is as. Let's just do it like this, right? And this is basically what we've done before. Px else qqz. So what is qqz in this case? Because this is our first shift, right? Basically, I should just walk the in and then take the ranges. So let's do that. There are 4 values here. I called it like this. Let's take them below. So yes, we will have a combination of int x min, int x max, int min, int max, int min, int max, int as min, int as max. Okay. This one will be our signature. This one will be a range, var range. So we should probably have like a queue of stuff that we want to process, or actually a list. Let's go like this. Like this. You can do ranges of add. The first one will be const in attribute value min is 1, attribute max is 4000 in this case. So we do just 4 times attribute value min, attribute value max, and we repeat this 4 times. And this is our initial entry. So now we need to walk everything and then split up for every divider that's there. Let's see, things were easier in the 8-bit era, didn't have those big numbers. Yes. That is very true. So yeah, let's see. We have the same string workflow is in starting workflow, and we need to do the same loop. We need to loop all the workflows like this. we need to have the while loop here, this one. Basically we need to do for each like this. Like this. So I have a time limit for this loop of 3 seconds. That should be fine. Boom, boom, boom. For each range and ranges. Yes. We need to do this every time. Oh, I can declare it outside and then update it inside. So we start at the start and then we walk every range and we divide as we go along. Let's do it like this. Bool made progress is true. No, actually, yes. And then while made progress, something like this. Made progress is false. And then we do this. We loop through all of them. This. Can I even update this? Or is this? No, it's not. Okay. 4. Int I is 0, I smaller than to process that length. Actually, I could keep doing this because it will keep growing. But it will also remove in this case, so it's fine. So do length is this, I smaller than length. Var range is this. Range is to process. Okay. And then I can update it, and then I can also remove and add new ones. So that is basically my idea. And I actually don't have to update this because I will just make a new one with the new values once it splits up. But maybe if the entire range survives, it's fine. So let me see. Var w is parsed dot workflows. And we can just do range dot workflow. Workflow. Okay, let me just type that properly, and I can remove this. the type definition here. Workflow. Okay. For each var rule in W. Okay. So now we need to have the logic here. If rule dot has value, then we need to divide our range. Let's first test if we even adhere to it. No, it doesn't matter. Let me see. Rule dot to test dot property to test. Ah, yes. Let me think. We have here the property to test, which is a single character. Let me just do this, switch this and do an old-fashioned switch. Case A, break. Okay. If rule dot is smaller than value, let's see. What's the issue? Control cannot fall out from switch one final case. Okay, it's complaining here that I have this. I was like, I'm still typing, leave me be. Okay, you know what? I'll just put the break after the casing here. That will be fine. Let's see, if rule is smaller than value, then we need to divide. First we need to make sure that we adhere to the rules. So if range dot min smaller than rule dot to test dot threshold, we match. If range dot max is also smaller than rule to test threshold, no need to split up. This is fine. Let's see. Else, split up into two that split it into two based on the threshold. Now the issue is we will have everything that splits up here needs to be it needs to fraction completely with all the other rules. So we will have like a local list. So this range becomes always like a list of that. Can I do this? For local ranges is new, and then have the range in here so that it can infer the type from this one? No, it can't. It's smart, but it's not that smart. It's fine. So we can do local ranges, and we will add the range to that. And this might seem like overload, but it's actually needed. So if this one, then it's fine. Else we need to local ranges.add, and this one becomes based on the A level, and the A is the first one. So A min is, okay, it's X, so it's still range.xmin, range.xmax, that doesn't change, range.mmin, range.mmax, range.amin, and now we get rule.toTest threshold minus 1 will be the A max, and then string will be rule dot next workflow. Why doesn't it like this? Min max, min max, min max. Is there still another one? Smin. Okay, rule dot smin. No, smin. Range. Come on. Range dot smin. Range dot smax. Okay. Should probably make a class for this and then have like one property to adjust. And then for this one, it will be range dot let's see, range dot workflow. This one won't change, and this one will retest. Okay, so I think we won't do it like this. I will do ranges dot. Yes, I will do this, and I won't add this one in right away. I will just create a new one, and at the end, if there's one or more local ranges, then it will remove this range from the result and add the local ranges there. So this one will be one fraction here, and this one will actually be range.amax, but it starts at the threshold. So basically this is the first one where if we match, it's fine, and if not, we will continue. So now we have this one fraction, so if we would enter this again, we would have one that's already proceeding to the next rule because this worked, and the other one enters this entire rule set again to make sure that we get processed by the other rules. So now we need to do this for the other cases as well, which is a pain. It's just a character, so it's A. We have X. I should have probably done them in order, so let's just make 2 more copies here. So the first one is X, and let's change that one. X. So this one. Oh, and also need to do the other case for the is larger than. Oh, Jesus. This one is smaller. And this one be X max smaller. This one checks if we match the rule, then we see if we go into the range, no need to split up, that is fine. Otherwise split up, and this one becomes it's like the range.min followed by this one. This should be max, and then this one should be crossed, starting from the threshold to max, min, max. This will be range.amin and amax, smin, smax. Oh man, there are so many errors here. I need to make sure those are all correctly changed. Min, max. This will be range.amax min max min max min. Okay. Min and max x. Okay, so this one is fine. We also need to do if rule is smaller than has value. Yeah, okay, we also have that, and else this is the larger case, and then we need to do this again to change it. So now we need to make sure that the max is above threshold, and then we need to make sure that the x min is also actually, do we need to know that? Ah yeah, because if they match, if this is also larger than the threshold, we don't need to split up. Yeah, same thing. And otherwise you need to do this, but we need to do it in reverse here. So in this case, the one below the threshold up until the threshold here, and this one will be this +1. So in this case, and then we switch the actual logic here. So the one below doesn't go to the next workflow, but it goes to the range.current workflow, and this one moves on to the next workflow. Okay. So this is the entire logic here, and let me just copy this, because these were all not correct here. Let's do the letters. It was XMAS. Ah, for Christmas! Why do I only notice this now? XMAS. Okay. Okay. So now we just need to make this M, and M, like this, and then we need to shift these around. Did you notice the catch that earlier, Amate? I didn't. I didn't see it. Yeah, the naming rules. Okay, I didn't see it. Range dot this one needs to be range dot x max. Now mmin dot mmin becomes this one. Range dot x min x max. And then we get mmin from this to there. So yes. Okay. Now we can do the other one here. Range.x max. I should have made a. Let me see. Yes, the rule thresholds. Keep forgetting which one to change here. So that will be the M max in this case. This is so error prone, so I hope I don't mess it up too much. Let's see, range.x min, and now the M min becomes this, and the rest is all correct. So let's take this block again. And this is horrible, because once you start copy pasting like this, it should be sorry, there should be a way to do it better, but I should probably have like arrow functions to set the min and max for the given thing, and then let's just do it like this for now. So A, and change this one as well. A. So the max gets changed, so range.x max. So A max becomes this one, and A minus here becomes this one. I'm having a bit of a cough. Let's see. So this one becomes A minus. Like this. And then this one is for the A max. For some reason, I keep coughing.
Sorry, my fault.
So the tears in my eyes aren't from the code. Well, maybe a little bit, but... Step 1. Very interesting for a newbie like me. Can't really follow yet, but I'm just watching the most handsome programmer on planet Earth. Wow. That's a first. Thank you. Don't let my wife hear, she'll be mad. So yeah. Maybe to give a small recap. We're doing Advent of Code. The link is pinned in the chat. And today we have a problem that you have to match these parts through these workflows. So it's basically some routing. Steve in the house. Ah, now I understand. Okay. Thank you, well, Steve. So basically these are parts with 4 attributes, and you start at in, and these are just basic rules like if S is smaller than this, move to this workflow, otherwise to this workflow. And now they have said, well, okay, we just want to know how many valid parts there can be for every unique combination of values. So yeah, it's a bit of a challenge. But yeah, thanks for keeping me company in chat. It's nice to see. But now I've lost my train of thought. Did I do the A's? Yes, I did do the A's here. And this is the S1, so let's change this one, S. So this is also not a great example of how to do this, by the way, because I'm copy-pasting my code with making minor changes, which usually means that you should refactor this. But due to the fact that these data structures are suboptimal, to say the least, it would be a pain to actually abstract this away. So I'm just going with it for now. But, and I say this too much, if I get some extra time, which I usually don't, I would love to refactor this and give it a once over and improve it a bit. So this is SS, S is also correct. Let's move this one up, so this range of X max. So we update S max, and this one is for the minimum. And then S minus, okay. Whew. So okay, so this should now do all these cases, which is fine. Else, now we just do rule.workflow. Range.workflow is rule.nextWorkflow, like this, because there's nothing else to do here. And here we can do if local ranges that count larger than 0, we do ranges that remove, and this one I think I could use I, but since we will be inserting there, that won't work. And I can just do range here, because this one should be able to find it, and then I can do ranges.add range, local ranges, and this one will update us. So the next loop, it's fine actually. And I think like this. We made is isn't that variable? Oh, here, made progress is true. Because if we've done this, we've done something. So we should keep looping. And I think this is actually it. So if we do this, and I do console.writeLine, ranges that count. Let's see what happens if we run this, and I'll add a debugger here so that I can inspect it. And this runs for a while, so maybe an infinite loop. No. We have 51,000 ranges. That is cool. So let's see. But we have still ones that remain in, which isn't correct. So let's change that. So that is interesting. And basically what we can do is like, once we are done here, we can take the min-max, subtract those from each other, add 1, and that times every other one of them, and that is the amount of results that this range would get. So basically, and okay, let me just look here, and then we do ranges, quick watch. So if you have an X, the X doesn't matter for this case. So X doesn't matter, and you have an M between 2091 and 4000, and the A doesn't matter, and the S is less than, or less than this plus 1, then it will be A. This is basically the rule that it says, but that's weird to me because that means that there is no restriction for having this one. I'm making an error here because let me think. Is it true that I'm making an error? Yes, because I should stop processing here. I should break out of the rules because we've done something and we need to iterate. So let me just make sure that we break out of the let's see, we do made progress equals true, and then we break. In this case we will always break, so it doesn't matter, so we no need to break there. But we also need, outside of the loop, we need to make sure that we like this. Boom, boom. We don't need to, we need to stop processing. If made progress, break. Don't process more rules because we split the logic. Like this. Boom, boom, boom. We can do it here. Basically, there should not be anything else. There should not be anything else there. So let me run this again. Okay, and now we have only 12 ranges. Haha, that's interesting. And we have still one that ends in. So those are, that should never happen. At least in my opinion, it should never happen. But we also never get to the ending here. So there's an issue here as well. Let me see. Oh, because we don't do this logic here. No, that is fine. Let me think. So we remove the current, we add the new ones. And we stop processing because we split. We could have done this in line here, but yeah, it's fine. So we don't actually need the local ranges thing. Okay. Kind of curious to see why this happens. Let's disable the time limit for now, because we've seen that it doesn't, that it's not required. I kind of want to run through this, step through it and see what happens. So made progress is set to false, we get our range, yes. So this one has value, we go to the S case, we match. Threshold is this 1.5. Okay, we need to split up, so now we get two ranges, one with 1, 3. Yes, so you can see here the entire range of 1 to 4000 is split in two parts. One is still in the end state and one is gone to the PX state, which is fine. Boom, the local ranges exists. We have one there, we remove it and we add the two new ones. We made, well, made progress is false. Why? Ah, I removed that logic. Shit. Sorry. I should not swear. Keep this PG. Did I have that somewhere? This one should be made progress is true. Because we've done something. And else. So what I should have done is this, and made progress is true. Like this. I think actually this is the way. Okay, let's see. Ooh, now it runs for a long time, and now I don't have my sanity check. Let's see. Ranges, and now we have a lot of ranges. Wow. Invalid memory to run the program any longer. That is great. Let's put back our time limit. So now the time limit will break us out, and now let's see the ranges that we have here. See, it will keep doing the same thing here, so that is wrong. So let's see, because that is not correct. So let's step through it and see why that happens. We're getting there. So in this case, SMN 1 to 4000, we split it up. And we add this and then we stop, which is fine. We do this again. Now our range is the one from 1 to that. Oh wait, what? What happened? I need to disable the time limit if I do this. with the debugger. Okay, let's do this again. Okay, so let's see the ranges now. Let's run this. Let me go here. Okay, what is it doing? Let's see, ranges. Okay, I am having an issue here. Let's see. Well, ranges, workflow, blah 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 blah. Why didn't it get there? Okay, let me see. This is the range. If I run this once, what is it doing? Let me see. Because it never got back here. But my ranges is huge, so there's an infinite loop. There's a loop somewhere. I need to break out of that while loop as well. My bad, my bad, my bad. Okay. If made progress break. Range workflow is not. Yes. Might be a little bit convoluted, but let's just run this. Let me set. How many ranges do we have now? 4 only. Wow, that is good. I wonder why it's not doing stuff though. Let's see. S. Min is that, max is that, and the threshold is this one. Oh wait. Sure, this is the one that doesn't need to do anything. So this one doesn't get triggered there. We have not made progress. The other rules. Okay, next workflow. So now in becomes this one. Made progress is true. We break, we break. Let's see. To process. This is the range. Let's see. Ranges. So what is this range? The one below it, okay. Let's see. If it's smaller than 2000, so this also doesn't work. Did I not do the next work rule thing here? Actually, if I run this for a bit longer, what will it do? Will it still just have 4 ranges? Yes. So there's something weird going on here. There's one that ran to A. Okay. Maybe I'm just not giving it enough time. But I don't think so. Let's see. The range is here. Yeah, they don't change. It's NPX, A, and then QQ something. And the in one should never happen, which is weird because it's like if you look at the rules. Or the workflows in this case. Let me see, where do I even pull in the actual workflow? Oh yeah, the workflows. Like the in one. It's like it goes there or it goes there. So you can never have one that stays at in. So let me just step in here and step through it. So I will just stay here. So in this case, we split it in two, where the first one triggered the PX one and the other one didn't. And probably I should have changed the current range to be that one and just continue, but I think this should be fine normally. So I now am in a state where two of them exist. So now the first one is the one that's already in PX. Do I never, maybe I break out too much because I still need to do the next range. I need to process each range there. No, that doesn't matter, that should happen, okay? So this one, there's, wait, amen. This is the PX workflow, so it's going deeper now, that is fine. I could change the order to make sure that the one that has to do the current flow is added first, but this one will now just because ranges will now be 3 items, so it's just this first one, and these are the continuations of this one. And to process was an array of 2, so now the one will be the in one, which is fine. Maybe it's not updated. It made progress. Wait, what? Where did it say that it made progress? Okay, let's go back. Okay, let's jump out here. Set next statement. This one needs to be here. Okay. So this one splits into 2. Splits into 2, splits into 0, then it does that. So if I look at ranges, now it has 4. If I run it a few more times, okay, so now it's actually working. So let's see, okay. Let's see what ranges holds. It's 5 of them now, that is fine. There's still one that belongs to in, that's annoying, but there is one that goes to A. So once again, let's debug this. And I should probably just write out some debug stuff here. Let me just add this here as well. Console.writeLine falls within rule range, no need to do something. Split, and this one X into let's just debug this, and then we get so range.x min range.x max like this into, and then we get these two pairs. Range.x min followed by this one, and then this one followed by x max. Okay. Let me just write the split ones here. And this one does the different rules, because this one is this, and then it does this one plus one, like this. And I should probably split out or write out the rules as well here, but it's fine. So let's see. This one is for M. max. Max, okay, like this. Advent of debugging. Let's see, this one becomes M again. So, who has done today's challenge yet? Did you finish it already, Amarte? Let's see. This one will be A. Let's change these. Okay, and finally we have the S one. Yes, done already. Okay, cool. It's taking me a lot longer than expected, but I probably have a small, stupid little bug somewhere. Because this logic isn't that complicated. But yeah. Did you solve it in a similar way, or did you find a smarter way to do things? Console, 9. Match, okay. Match. The default based progressing workflow from blah to blah. Range that workflow rule.next workflow. I've used what I've learned in the day with seed ranges, so this one was quite okay, yes. And that's one of the themes that I see coming back, is that they just reuse or let you reuse some of the parts that you should have learned. So let me see. We split X this one into these two cases. Then we split A into these. In goes to QZ, in goes to QZ. Then X. Into QZ. So why is it still in? That's the thing that I wonder. Let me just make sure that this one works. And that it doesn't just is a reference thing that I need to change. So if I do ranges now, ranges. Let's see. Before I do the update, let me just check it here. I did it similar, second part with ranges, first part with normal loops over rules. Yes. So this one is in, so let me check current ranges. Ranges. Okay. So our range is actually the top one there. And the issue is that this doesn't persist in the list because it's a value thing, ranges. So that's my problem. Okay. So I need to do ranges. I should probably do something like this, and that should fix the one that's not updating. And now we have 11, woohoo! And everything ends either at A or some other dead end here, but nothing is stuck in. That's at least something. So let's see what CRN does and why this can stay there. Because basically everything should go to either R or A in my opinion. Let me copy this. So these are fine, but this one, the CRN one, why doesn't that work? So let's just add this one to the range and debug it. Ranges that add, and then we add this one. Let's see what the issue is. We have no ranges matched. Okay, so we go to the next rule. Match the default case. Okay, so what is the next? It goes to R. So why didn't it? That's interesting. So for some reason there is a case where it didn't set it made progress, which I don't think should be possible. How can it exit with still stuff in the queue? Okay, let's go back here. Let's do this. Let's remove this. And let's set a breakpoint here. So we have 11 ranges, but they're not all finished. So let's do set next statement. Now we should have at least one. See, that's not in the status. So how is it possible that this one here, made progress, is true? Boom. Ah, I understand now. Okay. Local progress. Okay, let's do the same here. I need to have 2 levels of progress tracking here to make sure that we keep looping. Local progress is false. Then this one all needs to be, and I can remove this one here. That was the one that I had inline that didn't need to be there. And then we have the same logic here. Made progress, local progress, local progress. That's that one. Like this. Let's see if which loop is this one. This one will be the rules. And here we can, if local progress break, sure. That is fine. I think this one should be the fix to have it processed to the end. Now we have 15 ranges, and do they all end? Yes, they all end. Woohoo! Okay. Now we need to have a way to sum up the values of those ranges and what it means. So we do ranges dot sum. Let me just do for each bar range and ranges. Big int combos is range dot a max minus range dot a minus plus 1, right? Times. And now we do this for all of them. And I should call this a new big int, like this. And we just combine all of them. So this is A, and I need to, it's Xmas, right? So X, M, like this. Sum, actually we call this P2 is new big integer. Let's start with 0 and remove this one. We have an implementation and we do P2 plus equals combos. Combos P2. Sure. Let's see if this adds up. P2 test. P2 is, oh, I've kept out something there. Okay, let me see. How off is my math? Quite a bit. Because I'm saying for the first one, it's already this. Okay, let me run this and see what it spits out. Boom, boom, boom. There's one that ends in 8,000 here. So there is a 40,000, 2,000 here, okay. Let me end align everything and see if there's actually some way this would be correct. If I take those off, I have a 2 and an 8, so no. Bum, 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 bum. So my math is off here. My answer, it's such a round number. Ah! Do you know what I forgot? I didn't discriminate against the output. I need to count the ones that are accepted. If P2, oh come on. If range.workflow status accepted, and then we do this, and then we get a different number, I'm sure. Boom, and it's correct. Okay. Okay. Small brain fart there, but we've been going for a while, so I can imagine how that happens. Okay, the code works, so now it's just a matter of switching this to false, run it again. Boom, and now we have P1. Whoa, why is P1 wrong now? Oh, we never put in the answer there. This was, okay. Answer P1 Boom. Sure, I'll rebuild and run again. Just boom. And P2 now becomes this number. And let's put this into the website. Not the right answer. Your answer is too high. Jesus. Okay. Why does this always happen? Even when the test case works, why does this happen? Let's see. We have all these here. Group by. Okay, let me just per workflow is ranges of group by. Damn, I was hoping, yeah, same here. Because I don't know why it would be wrong. Because it works with the test code, so there are two cases here. The R and the A's, so what is wrong? The only thing that I can think of is that in my split logic there is a bug somewhere in this horrible mess, so that I have a min or max where it shouldn't. So let me first remove all of this and then make sure that they are all correct. Okay, let's see. We start at the last one, that's the S. So x min, x max, m min, m max, a min, a max. Then you have S min going to threshold plus S max, workflow next workflow. So this one is S min to threshold minus 1, threshold S max, A max min, A min, max min, yeah, that all aligns. Okay, let's see what for next. S min max, A min to threshold, threshold plus 1 to A max, M max, M min. Oh, see? There was a bug there. There was an A instead of an X. Okay. X min, X max, M min, M max, S min, S max, okay. A, S, S, okay. I think we're fine, but let's make sure. X, X, M, okay. So there was just one of them that was crossed. Let's run it again. Boom, P2. Let's try again. Woohoo! Gold star. Okay. So yeah, this was once again an example why you shouldn't write code like this. That was funny. At least I thought it was funny. Let's see. Is this too big for? No, it still fits. Okay, nice. So yeah, we done it, but we committed a few crimes against humanity doing so. Because this is our input parsing. Oh man, this is our input parser. And our split up logic. Nice. Thank you for the congratulations. Yeah, this is really one that I want to probably improve. And yeah. And yeah, basically this is the same logic. This is why I did it the same. It's the same as, which day was it? Let me see. Was that day 10? I can't remember which day it was. Nothing wrong with this code. Good busy, yeah. Goed bezig. Goed bezig, Herman. Yes. Which one was the range splitting one? I don't even remember. Ah, that was this one. Yes. So for part 2 I did the... was that it? No, that was another one. Is that day 5, day 6? Yes, here, make fractions. So basically this was my logic to split it up. So I should probably have taken a page from my own book and read it in a better way, but yeah. I'll, well, if I should refactor this, I would probably make sure that these ranges are just value pairs. So like that you have 4 of these pair of ranges. Yeah. It's fine. It's fine. Everything is fine. We did it. We got to the end. We got our gold stars. Yeah, and I kind of want to go back and refactor this, but not now. Now I want to actually put on some more clothes because I'm getting cold. Because I went for a walk before doing the advent of code, and I started to cool off from sitting here and just having a warm head from thinking. So yeah, I want to I want to actually check out your code if you let me. Let's see for a GitHub link. Boom. Scrolling. Let me see. Ah, here. You probably already posted it, right? Ah, yeah. You're faster than me scrolling back up. Okay, let's see. Error value. Oh, you have an error for yourself. I posted it down at the bottom. Yeah, I got it. Thanks. Christmas. Okay. It's nice and neat the way it's all laid out here. I like it. Oh, you mapped them to IDs? Okay. I just kept a literal dictionary, but this is useful as well. Greater than, less than, operations, error index, accepted index, rejected index. Okay. Up greater, up less. Just want to play with direct memory representations and see if it's going to be faster than using collections, and if I can do it so. Okay, cool. Flow. Rules and int default. Default is a reserved keyword, so you have to prefix it with an ampersand. So you have flow, rule. The workflow, you just shorten it to flow so that they're the same length of characters. Sure. Field and operand int. Required value. What is TRG offset? Okay, let me see. Parts. Xmas. Bool accepted. Long sum accepted. That plus that plus that. Okay, sure. You have it in the structure here so that you can just sum all of them without having to do a where. That's not bad. Parse rules. So if you have line here, why do you still use index I here? Probably from refactoring. Let me see. For now, we allow standard format. So remove the last that ones, but by that one, yeah, I did the same, I think. Yeah, I like the substring notation, the new range modifiers. Let's see, if the length is not equal to 2, sure. Name and then the flow string, these are all the rules. Split the rules. If it's 1, it's a default rule, and otherwise it's that one. It's a return when rules before I start, okay? So having the default here is separated as not a rule is also nice. Look up for the index there. SP3, what was this one? Ah, okay. Okay, this is for the field there. So like this mapping reads nicely. Let's see, get operand, greater than, less than, yes. Build workflow system, parse the rules, get the indices. Total count, parse times flow size, plus. My mind is not cooperating, I'm having trouble reading it. I probably just need to take a small break and get a rest. Let's see. First 4 bytes indicate initial offset. Okay. This is to binary pack the data. My bad. Okay. I'm used to just seeing this in C#. Is this wait. Or is this something GitHub does, right? No. Because you have, this is C++. I didn't even notice. Is this the, what you call it? C++/CLR thing where you do have managed .NET code mixed in with C++? No, it's normal operate for pointers. I've never done pointers in C#. I didn't even know it existed. Go figure. That's pretty cool. And if you've ever written C++/CLR, that's a nightmare. So I was wondering, like, why does it read so well? Because it has point operator. No, okay, never mind. As I said, I need some time to recover. So what was the reason why you wanted to do this with pointers and the packing like this? It's intriguing. Basically, I just put data into this buffer and later I use pointers and offset to traverse the commands. Yes. So weird. Ah, I was looking at this. I was like, where do you do the splitting? But that is not this part. This way, the only thing changed when I walk the commands is the offset to the command. Yes, I assume it will be very efficient. Just for fun to see if it can be done and how hard it will be. Ah, yeah, I like challenging yourself to do that. Let's see, greater than, less than. Make some ranges. Make some ranges. Make some ranges. No, make some ranges. Okay. Ah, you use the same ugly notation that I do. I hope I'm not influencing you in the wrong way. Let's see, phrase rule and rules. And then you recursively call yourself here for the... Nice. How deep does the stack get here from the recursive calls here? Because it can split pretty wide, but yeah, it's still not that bad probably. Cool, it reads, it's a lot less messy than the stuff that I wrote today, so, and it's always cool to challenge yourself. I think I just need a bit of rest now. Well, I'll do a class for that, but since you do it this way. Yeah, like I said, I feel like I'm being a bad influence on you. The good way to do this stuff, the better way to do this, I would say, is to I should have done just a record for these pairs and then a record that holds the 4 pairs, and yeah. Maybe I can do that after Advent of Code ends. Just go back and refactor all the horrible parts and show how it should have actually been done. Yeah, it was fun today, and thank you for keeping me company. So yeah, if I haven't turned you off with all the ugly code yet, I hope to see you again tomorrow and see what tomorrow's problem has in store.